Like and subscribe, The Facts Drone.
Caitlin Clark used a series of heartbreaks as motivation to take her game to the next level, which took in. Let's see Caitlin Clark's early life. When she was 5, Caitlin did something so incredible that it made her grandpa believe she was truly special. Born in Des Moines, Iowa, she grew up playing sports with her 2 brothers and her cousins, so that should give you a hint about what type of family she comes from. Her father, Brent Clark, a sales executive at Concentric International, used to play basketball and baseball at Simpson College. Caitlin's mother, Ann Nizzy Clark, is the daughter of former Dowling Catholic High School football coach, Bob Nizzy. Caitlin's older brother, Blake, played college football at Iowa State. Her cousin, Audrey Faber, played college basketball for Creighton, so the athletic legacy doesn't stop there, as Caitlin's uncles, Tom Faber and Mike Nizzy, also had college sports careers. So clearly, Caitlin comes from a family of ballers. Growing up, she played both soccer and basketball. In fact, her family believed that she could have gone pro in soccer too, if she had wanted to. However, the seminal moment that showed her family that she was destined for great things was when a boy tried to bully her on the court. She was 5 at the time and was playing in a boys' league in Waukee. The bully was frustrated because she was getting the best of him and began hacking her. This caused Caitlin to well up with tears out of frustration, but instead of letting the bully get to her, she got back on the court and went right at the guy and basically tackled him out of bounds and then stood over him, showing that she wouldn't be pushed around. She would carry that same intensity moving forward, which resulted in her setting several unbreakable records. Her basketball obsession. Heartbreak would force Caitlin to either lay down or evolve her game. In order to be great, you have to draw inspiration from other greats. Caitlin found her inspiration in Maya Moore of the Minnesota Lynx, which was the nearest WNBA team to her hometown. She even went the extra mile, traveling with her father for 3.5 hours to attend their games and witnessed Moore's excellent play firsthand. She must have learned a thing or two from watching Moore play because she started her high school career off on fire. As a freshman, she averaged 15.3 points, 4.7 assists, and 2.3 steals per game. She earned Class 5A All-State third team accolades. However, her team lost in the state tournament, so this only motivated her to try harder next year as she averaged 27.1 points, 6.5 rebounds, 4 assists, and 2.3 steals per game, ranking second in the state in scoring. But her team came up short in the quarterfinals. Again, the loss only took her game to the next level. During her junior season, Clark scored 60 points in a 90-78 win against Mason City High School. Her 60-point game was the second highest single-point game total in Iowa 5-on-5 girls basketball, second in the state in scoring. But her team came up short in the quarterfinals. Again, the loss only took her game to the next level. During her junior season, Clark scored 60 points in a 90-78 win against Mason City High School. Her 60-point game was the second highest single-point game total in Iowa 5-on-5 girls basketball history, surpassed only by Abby Rowe in 1996. She also set the state single-game record with 13 three-pointers, but this time her team would stumble in the semifinals. But Clark led the state in scoring an average 32.6 points, 6.8 rebounds, 3.6 assists, and 2.3 steals per game. She was named Iowa Gatorade Player of the Year and repeated as a Class 5A All-State first-team selection. As a senior, Clark averaged 33.4 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists, and 2.7 steals per game, leading the state in scoring for a second time. However, heartbreak was waiting once more as she was upset in the regional finals. Clark was selected to compete in the McDonald's All-American Game and the Jordan Brand Classic, but the pandemic put an end to her dreams. But there was a clear pattern established. Every time she lost, she didn't feel sorry for herself. Instead, she improved her game and came back with a vengeance. And now the NCAA scene was about to face Caitlin's wrath. Now her journey started. Caitlin would go on to achieve a record that many people believe is unbreakable. Every college basically rolled out the red carpet for her, but she ended up staying home and chose Iowa. She wanted to stay near her family so that they could come watch her play. She made her collegiate debut, recording 27 points, 8 rebounds, and 4 assists. This high level of play would foreshadow things to come. At the end of the regular season, Clark was a unanimous Big Ten Freshman of the Year and first-team All-Big Ten selection. She was a 13-time Big Ten Freshman of the Week, setting a conference record, and led the Big Ten with 5 Player of the Week awards. She also became the first freshman to win the Dawn Staley Award, which honors the best Division I guard. She also set program freshman records for points and assists, and had the 4th highest scoring average in Iowa history. In her sophomore year, she became the first Division I men's or women's player to record consecutive triple-doubles with at least 30 points, and the first women's player in Big Ten history with consecutive triple-doubles. But with highs, also came the lows. That year, she was upset by the 10 seed in the second round of the NCAA tournament and was held to a season low of 15 points. She followed that heartbreak up by leading her team to a consecutive Big Ten tournament championship to follow the tournament. She became the first player in men's or women's tournament history to record a 30 or 40-point triple-double. This time, she did the upsetting as she dropped 41 points to upset the defending champion South Carolina, ending their 42-game winning streak. Iowa advanced to its first women's basketball championship game in program history. Though Clark had 30 points and 8 assists against LSU in the national championship, Iowa lost the game 102-85. She made 8 three-pointers, the most by a men's or women's player in the title game. Clark won all major National Player of the Year awards. The AP called Clark's junior season one of the greatest seasons by a player in NCAA history. Then, in her senior year, she did the unthinkable. In her final regular season game on March 3rd, Clark became the NCAA Division I all-time leading scorer among men's or women's players, eclipsing Pete Maravich. Her on-the-court performance made her a worldwide sensation off the court, including her trading cards selling for an absurd figure. Off-the-court life. If it wasn't for her love of basketball, Caitlin would be going pro in a wildly different sport. Her electrifying playing styles made her a fan favorite, so it's no wonder she has 1 million followers on Instagram. On top of that, she was able to throw out the first pitch for the Iowa club, the AAA of whom she was a lifelong fan. She would even get her own bobblehead night a little while later. Her popularity also brought her to the Manning cast, which made her the first college athlete to appear on the broadcast. During the Iowa State Fair, a life-sized butter sculpture of Caitlin was unveiled. She was one of 3 college athletes whose sculptures were displayed. She would also end up getting her very own day in Iowa. So, if you're in the state on February 22nd, you better pay some type of homage to Caitlin. Naturally, her fame also resulted in a ton of memorabilia, the most famous of which was an autographed 2022 trading card of hers which sold for $78,000, the most ever for any women's basketball card. It was the second most expensive card of a female athlete behind Serena Williams. In February of 2024, Clark became the top-selling college athlete on the online sports merchandise retailer Fanatics, surpassing Colorado Buffalo's quarterback Shedeur Sanders. It seemed that she might have a retirement plan in mind too. She is an avid golfer, having played the sport since childhood. In fact, she played in the John Deere Classic Pro-Am at TPC Deere Run alongside professional golfers Zach Johnson and Ludwig Aberg. Business is booming for Caitlin, which is why she signed several historic deals. Caitlin Business Ventures. Caitlin not only set records on the court, but also in the business world. She has been described as one of the best golf players and college athletes. This is why on August 18, 2021, She signed her first nil deal with the based in West Des Moines, Iowa. She then signed with Nike on October 10, 2022. A year later, on the very same day, she became a spokesperson for State Farm and was the first college athlete to sign with the company. That December, Caitlyn added Gatorade to her list of endorsements. But as part of the deal, Gatorade donated $22,000 in reference to her number 22 jersey to the Caitlin Clark Foundation, which aims to benefit youth and their communities through education, nutrition, and sport. She also partnered with the Iowa-based supermarket chain Hy-Vee, which launched a cereal called the Caitlyn's Crunch Time, with proceeds going to Clark's foundation. She also signed nil deals with Bose, Buick, Goldman Sachs, H&R Block, and Topps. Her list of sponsors is incredible and a big reason why she has a staggering net worth without ever stepping foot on a WNBA court. Her net worth. Caitlin Clark, is she severely underpaid? The WNBA may be a league on the rise, but its players' pay is still low. Caitlin Clark has been a national sensation and has elevated women's basketball to the next level. She officially entered into the league as the #1 overall pick and instantly bolstered the league's popularity, but it also highlighted a significant gap in pay compared to other major leagues. Clark, for example, is expected to make $338,056 over 4 seasons. This is an average of $84,514 per year. It is the same figure as fellow top 4 picks Cameron Brink, Camila Cardoso, and Rakia Jackson that they will all be making. So it just doesn't make sense seeing that Clark already has a multi-million-dollar business and following off the court. For comparison's sake, San Antonio Spurs 2023 #1 overall pick Victor Wembanyama is on a 4-year contract worth north of $55 million. Simply, there is no comparison. However, Caitlyn could be the superstar to lift the entire sport, as other superstars have done in the past in the NBA. Clark's college title game against South Carolina drew 18.7 million viewers, roughly 4 million more than the men's championship between UConn and Purdue. Another example of her popularity is the fact that she is finalizing an endorsement deal with Nike that will come with a signature shoe and secure an 8-figure contract. This could be one of the biggest deals in WNBA history, and it could foreshadow the positive changes coming to the league. Marry that alongside her WNBA contract, and she'll be earning more millions yearly. But for now, we would estimate that her net worth is around the $3.4 million mark thanks to her amazing endorsement deals.
Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe for daily updates.